So you want to succeed in business, you have to give it adequate time. You want to improve your relationships, you have to schedule that. You have to put that on your schedule. You are not going to move forward until you finish this task. So identify a personal trigger. What is that itch that is making you want to escape the work that you want to do right now? How to stay focused in a world full of distractions and interruptions, especially for tech leaders. And it doesn't matter if you are looking to code, you're looking to work on a spreadsheet, you're tweaking a business plan, doesn't matter. Focus is the word here. So Bruce Lee once said, Bruce Lee was a wise man. A successful warrior is an average man with laser-like focus. So yes, distractions, right? Distractions. Have you ever found yourself putting off something important? Even when you turned off all of your notifications and silenced off your phone? You're not alone, because I deal with this every single day. And just to home in a fact, and I believe distractions and interruptions and your mind wandering is one of the biggest reasons for what I'm going to describe right now. Only 16% of software projects are done on time and within budget. And 78% of software products and programs actually develop something called scope creep. Now, what does scope creep mean? Scope creep is a fancy term to describe that you added items into your development that you actually did not need for your product to be launched. So this can lead to, of course, significant overruns, costs, time lost, everything else. And this is all due to your mind wandering, right? So these numbers basically tell a story that has happened many times over and over again, including me. And sometimes the product manager wants something, the founder wants something, the CEO wants something, or the developers promise too much. They say that, okay, I can do this, I can do that, and I can do that to have down the pipeline within this sprint, right? So how do you overcome these distractions? Let's dive in today. First thing I want you to focus on is identify our internal triggers, because you could turn off your notifications, you could turn off your phone, or you could buy a flip phone, back in the day, but that was not a smartphone. You will still be distracted. Sometimes I sit down and I think, okay, let me get up and water the plants, right? This has all happened to us. And let me fix a table that I don't need to fix right now. So identify a personal trigger. What is that itch that is making you want to escape the work that you want to do right now? Now, when you have this feeling, it is due to something. It could be boredom. It could be loneliness. It could be fatigue. It could be just anxiety. So these are the triggers. When you identify these triggers, then you are able to better deal with them. One technique that I employ is something which I called goal-directed tasks. And this is what I do. Whenever I have a task, for example, if I'm working on preparing for this video, I write it down on my trusty notebook here. Just one line, preparing and making a video. And that's it. I'm not going to do anything else until I cross off that task. It could be making this video, working on a spreadsheet, whatever. This is what has helped me in being focused and goal-directed task. You are not going to move forward until you finish this task. Then you can do whatever you want. Then you can go and water your plants, and then you can fix your table. Yeah, you really want to fix that table, right? Then is something what I call the 10-minute rule. And this is one tool that I usually use every single day. And this basically means that when you feel like you have this urge to get distracted, you do it for just 10 minutes. I also have a stopwatch, a physical one, not just on my phone. And I mark 10 minutes on it, that I'm only going to be distracted for 10 more minutes. So we know that these emotions come in waves. And having this type of 10-minute rule will let us do and take care of that. And you can get back to what you are doing. Then I believe the third item on my list is plan your day and have everything planned out. Block off segments on your calendar. I use Google Calendar, and I know a lot of people do the same. But block off, okay, 2 hours for this, half an hour for this, half an hour for lunch. And this is how I have scheduled it. I basically have my templated tasks, and I know the type of activities I do. Let's say for gym, I have a time slot for gym every single day. This is the time that I go to gym. This is the time that I look at my systems, and I set that up every single week, recurrent on a weekend. I have that for ages now. So what I like to do is I like to schedule every single thing. when it's time to relax, when it's time to browse social media, look at your social profiles to see what are your stats, checking emails. I have a slot for every single thing, including making these videos. So schedule everything, including the breaks, including your date nights, right? So if you want to succeed in business, you have to give it adequate time. You want to improve your relationships, you have to schedule that. You have to put that on your schedule. You have to put that on your calendar. I have my time scheduled for writing, checking my emails, spending time with family, even relaxing. This way I know exactly what my day looks like. And of course, we know that things keep on coming in. But if something does come in and that is significant, I would put that into a separate block and add that as a task to be done within that block. Now let's circle back and talk about a few more tips and mobile applications that you can try to help us. And I've used this in the past, and I also currently use some of these. Do not disturb settings on your phone. That helps a lot. Then there's a mobile application called Forest. Now it helps you stay focused by growing a virtual tree. So if you touch your phone, the tree dies. So you don't want that negative feedback that you are going to be killing a tree. So another great tool is FocusMate, which actually they look to pair you with another person for a focused work session. What else you can do? You can also look to create physical reminders like, okay, you have this light on. This light is turned on. That means you're going to be working. Or you have a sign outside your door, working. That's it. People outside know that you're working and you don't want any distractions. You don't want any disruption. The other thing you can do is, and if you watched the podcast, the All In podcast, and they made a pact that if we don't exercise or we don't lose weight, then we will have to give the other people a certain amount of dollars, a lot of money. So that's a pact that they made amongst themselves. So you can make this agreement with yourself, with your colleagues, with your family members, with your kids. Okay, let's say, for example, after 10 p.m., the Wi-Fi will go off and you will have set the Wi-Fi timer on your Wi-Fi management application. Then, okay, after 10 p.m., no Wi-Fi. And that's it. We have to finish our work before 10 p.m. So mastering some of these steps and techniques can significantly reduce distractions and improve our focus. And remember, the goal is not to, eliminate distractions entirely. That's of course impossible. Instead, it's about managing them effectively and maintaining a degree of control of your own time. Now, any of my gamer friends who remember the games Doom and Wolfenstein 3D, so the maker of these games was a programmer called John Carmack, and he said, focus is a matter of deciding what things you're not going to do. Focus is a matter of deciding what things you're not going to do. So there you have it. These were some of the tips and hopefully some motivation about how you can overcome distractions and stay focused. Have you employed any other strategies? Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you like this video. I also have another video, actually 2-3 other videos on how I believe I save at least 20 hours a week and use those hours to be more productive. So check out those videos and hopefully this helps out. Thank you so much. Until next time.